Hello everyone and welcome to Urza Plays Mahjong. This is a game called Yakuza 0, which just got released on PC this month. By the way, it's a really excellent game and you all should play it, but what I'm mostly interested in for the purpose of this video is that it has a Mahjong mini-game built into it. Yes, English language Mahjong. What a thing. So we're going to go right past these intermediate nonsenses. We're going to go right to the expert table. We'll play some high-stakes Mahjong for 2.5 million yen. And hopefully we'll be able to win some. Or I'm just going to lose millions of yen and that will be that. Okay, so we're starting with West. We have 8 pin as the door, and we do have one of them. And we do have we just drew our own seat wind, so we're going to hold on to that for a little while. Although someone did just discard it, so that's a good reason to get rid of it. Very early riichi here from South. Not really a good way to defend against it, because every tile I have is potentially dangerous. Generally, when I see a very early reach, I just ignore it, unless I have a really hopeless hand, because, at least initially, because you can't really defend against it because he hasn't discarded much, and you don't know what, there's no mouse cursor here, I can't point at his discards, but anyway, I can't easily defend. I don't have a picture of what his hand might be because not enough has happened yet. Later on, if my hand does not advance, I probably will begin playing defense. Discarding the Dora, though, is kind of dangerous, so we're not going to do that. We're going to discard this 9 here. Okay, I do kind of like the way our hand is going. Other people are discarding. I think we know 2 is safe. We know the dragon is safe. We already discarded that. Okay, this is, well, close our eyes and discard the door and it passes, which is good. Okay, so we are actually 1 away if I discard this, which I will do. It also sets us up for Tanyo, potentially, which is all simples, all number tiles 2 through 8. And I could chi that to get to Tenpai if I wanted to. If I chi'd this and discarded the 3 pin, I would have a weight for the 6-7. My 6-7 would leave me with a 5-8 Sozu weight. But that would give me a Tanyo only hand, which is really cheap, and I'd prefer not to do that. Interesting. So that's pairing that 6 gives me a couple of options as well. Oh, actually, it puts me in Tenpai. 4, 5, 6, and a 6, 7. So this actually is the 5, 8 weight that I said a moment ago. But because we have a concealed hand, we can declare riichi with it. Here, 5, 8. If it tells you up here in the corner what your weights are, there are 2 tiles of 5s, one of which is red, and 4 tiles of 8. Best of luck to us. Ron. Thank you very much for that. Although it's riichi Tanyo only. We do hit 1 Dora on the underside Dora. Underneath the 8 on the dead wall there was the Forso, which points to the 5, and we do have one of those, so we pick up an extra Han and 5,200 points. Plus the 2 other riichi sticks, so we actually get 7,200 plus our 1,000 bet back. Not a bad start. On to the next hand. We're going to get a decent hand. No dead honors to begin with, which is always good. It means we're not going to spend as many turns just throwing away useless tiles. 7 is pretty good. It completes this 8-9 edge weight over here. Interesting. So do I keep the... No, I think I throw the 6 here. We want to make sure we use the Dora if we can. Okay, so that having that 7 gives us 6, 7 there. I'll throw the 6. We're 1 away from Tenpai. And that actually gets us there. So we can riichi discarding the 3 to wait on 2, 5 Sozu. And there are 4 tiles of each. We haven't seen any of them yet. Oh, Pursuit Leash. Oh, boo! Boo! Oh my, that could be expensive. Okay, that'll cost me 7,700 points. Plus I lose my riichi wager. Right, the Ipatsu right away after his reach. Unbelievable. It's the same value as my hand, except he was dealer, so it's 7,700 rather than 5,200. He discarded a south, and I am south, so I can pawn that to get a Yaku, which I will do. We do have a Dora in our hand. This 8 is not especially helpful. Although it is adjacent to the Dora, I might have held on to it on that basis. The 1 is probably what I should have discarded the first time. I can chi the 6, which I will do because it locks the Dora in the hand. The downside to that approach is that now we have that 3 that otherwise could have given me a stretched single pattern. Now I no longer can. Upon that. Now this gets us into a 8 Manzu only wait. We could call that, but there's no point. Alright, that's a helpful tile. That gives us an open wait for 5, 8. Like that 8 right there. Thank you very much. So it's 2 Han for 2,000 points. We do get our turn as East now, and we are in second place behind currently the North player by about 7,000 points. North before the dragon. We have 3 pairs currently, which generally means you want to discard one of them. Oh, 4 pairs. We'll throw the 9 here. We might be moving in a towards a set-based hand rather than a conventional hand. And by set-based hand, I mean either Toy Toy, which is all pawns, or specifically the 7 pairs hand. We're going to discard the 2 here. Keeping that 7 gives us a 6-7 open-end proto run, which are always nice patterns to have. That is a closed proto run, but I'm going to discard the 8. So now we're at a decision point. We can pass this tile up and continue heading in the 7 pairs direction, which basically we would have to do because that's the 4th 1 pin. So if we passed this, our pair of 1s down there are not ever going to turn into a set because the other 2 are already out. Or we can call it and move in the direction of Toy Toy. And I'm going to opt for the latter. We're going to call that. And we will throw the 6 pin. We are at minimum going to want 1 other pair, and there it is. Okay. I was about to say we were looking pretty good, but that reach certainly makes me a little circumspect about this. None of these tiles look very safe. The safest individual tile that I could discard right now would be the 7. Because this 4 up here that was just discarded by West is a Suji tile with 7. And because 7's not part of a pair, we'll go ahead and throw that one. And we're again at this difficult decision point. We'll throw the 6, I think. Oh, that's not great for us, because we have to pay twice as much as the others on a sumo because we're East. So he gets 4,000 points, 2,000 of which come from me. And that puts us into 3rd place. We could call this, but we are not West, and it's not the West round, so we're going to let it go. We could call that one also, but the same principle applies, except this one has the extra wrinkle of, if I don't call this, our pair is never going to become a set. I'm fine with that. We might end up actually discarding it at some point. It's too early to be calling tiles because we don't know exactly where this hand is going yet. Right now, it looks like nowhere. Although that's a useful tile. Okay, we are almost certainly going to fold this hand immediately. Although 8 is 100% safe because he just threw it. Looking at my hand right now, if I called that and discarded the 1 so we would actually be in Tenpai, but we wouldn't have a Yaku. So we won't. 1 so is not safe. But it's not necessarily super dangerous because it's a terminal, and terminals are kind of hard to use. I could discard my pair of Wests. I know those are safe except in the case of 13 orphans. But we'll hold on to them for now because we don't have another pair. So we are actually in Tenpai at this point. But it's a bad weight, 6 so only. And moreover, we don't have a Yaku unless we call riichi. Ugh, this is a kind of a rough situation to be in. For now, I'm just going to discard the 9 and see what happens. Okay, a second 3 makes this a little bit interesting. It's interesting in the first because we don't know if 3 is safe yet or not. We've not seen a 6 come out, so it's not a Suji tile. I think we're going to play it safe and discard our pair of Wests right now. Oh, that's an interesting development. So we are once again in Tenpai. We have a pair of 3s and a 3-4-5 run. Interesting. 7's no, 7 is safe, so we'll throw the 7. Okay, now we are in Tenpai with a good weight. If we riichi and discard the 5, we'll actually have 3-6 Manzu as our weight. And we can actually have the same weight if we discard a 4. And the advantage of discarding a 4, though, is that would give us pin food. Because we would have an all-run hand. So that's the way we're going to go with it. And we know 4 is safe, so we're not going to deal with that. General rule of thumb is that it's okay to pursue if you have a good weight. Because you're at least as likely to make your hand as he is. Oh, of course there's always the danger of that happening. Single weight, too. So that's going to cost me 5,200. Yep. And now we are, in fact, in last place, which is not where we want to be. We are West, and we have a pair of Wests and a pair of Dragons. So this could be a very... Oh, and we have a pair of Doras. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, we're going to call that. And we'll discard the 8. Okay, now that the green dragons come out, we should jettison that. Oh, we're in Tenpai already. How about that? Either a 9-so or a... Oh, wow. We're going to keep that. Shift our run around a little bit. And this way we have a dual pawn weight on the 9-so or the white dragon. For quite an expensive hand. Let's see here. We have... we have 1 Ron. We have our West. We have 3 Dora. So it's going to be 7,700. Oh, we have 4 Dora. Oh, I forgot the red one. Yeah, it's a Mongan for 8,000. Okay, so that brings us back into a strong second place position. We're only 1,100 points out of second. And about 12,000 out of first. This is another quite good hand. We will actually get rid of the edge weight initially. Of course, telegraphing that I have a good hand by doing that. Because all these other people are discarding honors and terminals, and I'm discarding an edge weight right away. I could chi that, which wouldn't be the worst thing ever. I have a Dora. No, we'll hold off for now. And I'm glad I did, because that's a very good... So now we're perfect one away, because we have the maximum number of tile acceptance to get to Tenpai. We can get there with a 6, 8, or 9 Sozu, or alternately a 3 or 6 Pinzu. We can also get there with a 5 Manzu. That is an interesting tile. That can get us... We'll discard the 2. Possibly move in the direction of a Sanjaku. This is very interesting. It's actually Tenpai, because we have our pair here. We discard this, and we actually have just the weight on the 3-6 Pinzu. I've never done a lot of riichi in this game. And it's also Tanyo. So it's riichi, Pinfu, Tanyo, Dora 1 currently. So we're looking at a 7,700 hand. That's always threatening. How long before I deal in? Oh, he does. 7,700 it is, unless we get lucky with the Urza. Which we don't. And that 7,700 points brings us into a healthy second place, just a few hundred points behind the leader. And in addition, we are now east, so we can, even a relatively cheap hand can put us over the top here. It is south 3, so there's one more hand after I surrender my dealership. I'll discard south first. One east already thrown. Dragons are next. Now, it's too early to be calling tiles. I still don't have a particular Yaku in mind. So the leader is now called Riichi on that 6. That I could call and won't. Oh, that 6 though, it gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I have a 9. So there is a possible Itsu in the cards, which is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9 group of cheese. I don't have any 100% safe tiles, so we'll just go ahead and continue attacking. Oh, he gets the self-draw Ipatsu. So he gets 3 Han right away, plus the Pinfu. But it's only 20 Fu for a Pinfu Sumo, so he gets 5,200 points. Twice as much comes from me, unfortunately. me, so that makes the gap to get into first place a little difficult. I'm behind by about 12,000 points. So I'm going to need a Mangan Sumo at this point in order to take the lead. And this does not look like the kind of hand that's going to get a Mangan Sumo, probably. Although we do have a possible... possible 7 pairs also. 2 identical cheese is what we have a possible thing of. 2 pin here. A 5th pair. So we need a 4, 5, or 6 of bamboo to get us to 7 pairs, 10 pie. We have a lot of possibilities for Ipeiko, or even possibly Ryan Peiko, which is 2 Ipeikos in the same hand. But the more likely path is for... Now that's a safe tile, but 4 is also a safe tile. We'll keep the 6 in the off chance that I can get to a Ryan Peiko sort of hand. One is safe. It's useful to know that 8 is safe. Now there's 2 players competing against us. 3 is safe against south, but it's not necessarily safe against west. And if I count, so let's see, there's been 4th turns since west riichi'd, so the 6 has not been discarded while he was in reach. So 3 is not even a Suji tile. I guess we'll just discard the 3 anyway, not knowing any better. Because because of the score the way it is, this is a hand to be attacking with. We would have to lose a lot in order to actually fall out of 2nd place, because we are ahead of 3rd place by about 15,000 points. Exactly 15,000 points, actually. Okay, so the 5 so is safe, which is good to know. I think we will go ahead and discard it now in the name of safety. I've not seen any... There is 1 7 out, but I don't know when it came out. 4 so is halfway a Suji against west and not a Suji at all against south. And the 6 is fully Suji against west, and it's totally forbidden to south, so that's the safer tile of the 2. Fortunately, south claims a sumo win, so we're probably going to finish in 2nd place unless it's a super expensive hand, which it's not. Oh, he gets an extra hand for, Oh, he has 4 Dora. I missed that. Oh, snap. So 12,000 Hanuman. He might have upset the apple cart, but not quite. So we do finish in 2nd place with 28,700 points. Now, we're gonna... These adjustments down you see here on the bottom of the screen are what's called the UMA. So that is a point adjustment based on where you finished. 1st place is going to pick up an extra 45,000 points. 2nd place an extra 5,000, and then 3rd and 4th place are going to lose some points. And that will adjust your score as you see here. And then they're going to get converted back into casino chips, which I am then going to cash out. And we'll, so we're going to walk away with about 3.3 million yen. We earned about 870,000, so not a bad night at all. I will certainly do that. And I hope you all join me next time when I come back here for more high-stakes Mahjong. I will see you then. So long.